Dang it! I do it every time. Everything I always see in the beginning, everything's alleged. We're giving the questions over to you guys. One thing I will tell you, I'm going to come back up to top side. Thank you, Jen. Is that tarot is not meant to determine a time nor a location. So it's meant to read energies. So when you ask a question about a timeline, there's not much I can do with it, but I will do my best. But generally the questions on time or on location are very difficult. So Crime Spy, hello lovely. Question, how soon will this case be solved? I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to get a timeline. It's not going to say like, 1 day or 5 weeks or none of that. How soon will Nancy Guthrie's case be solved? We have Law, King of Swords. That is a lawman. Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. How soon will it be solved? Thank you. The Lovers, so they're on a track of lovers. Could that be Kayla and Luke or someone else? It is a track of lovers. So it's a couple. And Knight of Pentacles stuck. It's not moving. Autofocus, please come in and thank you. It's definitely not moving. This is the slowest knight in the deck. This is going to take a lot longer than most expect. We do have Gemini energy right here with the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are a long time. It could be 1 year. I am getting a resounding 10 of Cups. I don't know for sure. Like I said, tarot's not meant for a timeline, but if I had to guess, it's not going to be an overnight thing from what I'm seeing in the reading. But I do feel that Law is focused on lovers. So are a few of us that suspect Kayla and Luke. Are we right? All right, let's get into the next question. And thank you, Crime Spy, so incredibly much for asking a question. Sorry I was muted, y'all. House of Them. It has been like forever a hot minute since I saw you, my beautiful. Good to see you. Question. Is the sheriff bluffing by saying the family is cleared? Well, did you guys notice that after he made that post, he came out with another person and they said, is the family cleared? And he ho-hummed around saying they were cooperative and being so blah, blah, blah. And the person's like, but cooperative isn't cleared. Are they cleared? And he's like, well, no one's cleared. And I'm like, what? You just got done making a post. So let's see, is the sheriff bluffing by saying the family is clear? We have the 3 of Cups. Okay. That is a favorable answer so far. We have 6 of Wands, which is a victory card that's saying yes. That's a stronger yes. 6 of Wands is all about this guy. He's in a parade, right? And he's won something. So he's on his high horse. Everybody else is on their feet. He's the one with the wreath. He's getting acclimates. So there's a lot of focus on one individual. So that's for sure. We have this page. There's a messenger. We keep getting this. Somebody may be talking to law enforcement. This page keeps coming up that they are talking. They are speaking. And who are these? They are talking about the death. So could it be that they know something of what happened to Nancy? I know a lot of you want to keep hope, though, and I respect that. I do too. But it is showing a death card, which is scorpionic energy. And then we have this miscommunication issue. And what this is the main miscommunication issue. They're supposed to be building a star, and each of them have a pole, and they've got to communicate well to be able to form this star. And they're not. None of them are on the same page, so it's chaos. And so this is the miscommunication card if you go with True Crime Tarot. And you're asking if the sheriff is bluffing by saying the family are cleared. This is miscommunication. So I would say very, very favorable. In fact, I would say that there's possibly somebody that is in the know as to what happened to Miss Nancy. They may even be talking directly to law enforcement. That was a really good question, House. Thank you, lovely, and I love you so much. I'm so happy to see you. Question, are the kidnappers related to Nancy somehow? Thank you for asking, Crime Spy. Are the kidnappers related to Nancy Guthrie? Woo! Well, how interesting. We got the Three of Cups again. Again, it's that means celebration. It's like everybody getting together and celebrating a win, or congratulations. And so it is a favorable card. Autofocus, come in, please, and thank you. Let's see what we get here. Magician, an illusionist, a trickster. And we have a Page of Swords. So I'm not getting a hardcore favorable. What I'm getting is I'm getting a witness that knows about the illusion, but I'm also getting possibly a connection to where they're meeting up with a higher family, right? This could be a meeting of sorts. This is the meeting gathering card. So this is an illusion, a trick. This is a witness. So in a sense, I'm not getting a hardcore favorable or non-favorable. I'm getting a witness, somebody that needs, this is somebody that has knowledge, that has seen something of an illusion. And then we've got this. So bottom of the deck, are the kidnappers related to Nancy? Ace of Cups. So this is a self-love, but it's also a yes. Aces are yes. So in a sense, the planners. So it could be that the people that did the kidnapping are nothing but for hire. But the people that hired the kidnappers, that made the plan, are the family. Does that help? I hope so. Oh, that was a good one too. Like I said, you guys asked the best questions by far. All right, we're going to mix it up. We're going to be just scrolling through here. Excellent questions, by the way. Hello, VA and Mama Bear. Good to see you. What does a flying card mean? It means the energies are popping out. Hi, Hazel Vance. Question. Tomas. He cracked me up. Hazel is saying, question, does Tomas and Annie have a very large life insurance policy on Nancy that no one knows about? Did you know, before I answer this, a little true crime thing, that you can take out an insurance policy on anybody in the world for life insurance in certain states? Like I live in Wisconsin and I can pull out life insurance on my neighbor. Is that not weird? Alright, so does Tomas and Annie have a very large life insurance policy that nobody knows about on Nancy? And thank you, Hazel. You cracked me up with Tomas. Contract. No, I read it wrong because I thought it was a hierophant at first as it came out when I said there is a secret. We got a secret. This is the High Priestess. She's the one that knows us, but she keeps the secret very quiet. So we definitely have a secret. And we have balance and justice, the B and the J, balance and justice. What is the secret regarding, and does it have anything to do with life insurance? Does Annie and Tomas have any life insurance? King of Swords, law. Law's looking at it. That could be a lawyer, too. Hangman, get a new perspective. Bottom of the deck, the World, King of Cups, Injustice, Ten of Swords, Knight of Wands, to Betrayal. So we have this closed cycle with the World, but that's also a travel card. And we have this other king. So we have the King of Swords and we have a King Cup. With Justice. Look at all the court cards. Look at all the court cards. This would be life insurance would mean that the person passed over. Here's that part. So the person would have to pass over. This is that closing of a cycle right here. This is the death, right? The closing down of the cycle. Last major arcana in the deck, the world card. We have the death, the person laying in the desert with 10 swords in their back. We have justice, which is a legal system. We have this King of Cups, somebody making an offer. It could be. It could be. But this right here tells me there's a change of perspective about this life insurance policy. Perhaps it's money in a payout that's not life insurance. Perhaps it's a will. Is it inherent confusion about the question? Why? We have burden, 10 of Wands. We have the Sun card, and we have the Celebrate card. So when it comes to inheritance, you get to put down your burdens. The Sun card's the clearest card in the deck for an answer. It's a full-blown yes. And we have that Celebrate, meaning inheritance. So I will say not necessarily life insurance that they took out on her, but it could be that there is another form of a payout. Danny, try again, maybe YouTube. What do you mean, honey? Oh, Danny boy. Sorry, my name is Danny too. So I was like, why do I gotta try again? All right, let me just scroll through. And I just grabbed random questions. No order. I do scroll back up, so don't worry. Kylie's nail candy question. Does Nancy's disappearance have anything to do with Epsom salt whistleblower Virginia Guthrie? Who's Virginia Guthrie? Hold on. I gotta look it up, y'all. Oh my God. Why has nobody brought this name up before? Okay, let me get this off the screen so I can show you. We're gonna do something different today. You're just gonna see a website. This is wild. You're seeing a black screen right now. Hold on. We're going to read this. Let me fix it for you so that you can see the whole screen. It's going to take a minute. Bear with me. All right, let's make it bigger so that you can watch this. Listen to this, you guys. Jeffrey Epstein, victim, Virginia Guthrie. That's not Guthrie. That's Giuffre. Okay. So her name is not Guthrie. It's Giuffre. Different name. All right. Let me get back over to my reading. All right. Let's continue. Thank you, Kylie, for asking. At least we cleared that up, that that's not the same person. Jamie, does Sheriff have a pattern of ignoring whistleblowers and truth to make gains? Ooh. Does Sheriff Nano ignore whistleblowers and truths to make gains? What is with the flying cards today? King of Swords, yes. Lawman, yes. So let me just continue to shuffle. I find it interesting. We're going to keep the first card, King of Swords. But here's what it is. It's almost like we have this person constantly in their head. This person's over and done with, and this is a page. And this is this whistleblower, right, speaking up. And it's almost as if the sheriff doesn't want anybody to speak up. Like he's worried about it. He wants people to keep their mouths shut. This is a messenger trying to speak up. This is, dead, done, over. Almost like a threat, right? as this person's speaking, there's a threat behind their back of getting stabbed in the back. And so, yes, it's favorable. It's saying that he has a habit of keeping people in places where they're fretting, where they're worried about their life, where they can't eat, they can't sleep. Yes, he keeps them under his thumb, allegedly. Remember, everything's my humble interpretation. All right. Let's see what else we have. Question, spilt paint, furniture, flipper. Question, will the helicopter sniffer find Nancy's pacemaker? Excellent question. Well, you say ultimately finding her. We don't know if the pacemaker's still in Nancy. I'm sorry, but it's very close to the surface of the skin. So we have the moon, which is an unknown. Anytime you get the moon in the tarot, it can mean unknown at this time, meaning that something may be about to change. Everybody is of free will. Please focus and thank you. All right. Will the sniffer pick up Nancy's pacemaker? If we shuffle a third time and I don't get a card, okay, we have the Emperor. That could be FBI, it's somebody in charge. And we have the Empress. If they spent, okay, so there's an if, there's a but because of this. This is unknown at this time. We have divine counterparts. We have the Empress and the Emperor. They usually don't come out back to back. They are, like I said, divine counterparts. This could be the lovers that they speak of, but tarot is also layered. So you could also see this as the law and something else. I'm not sure what, but it's awareness, it's abundance. And this is timing. There has something to do with time. Time is of the essence, perhaps. It could mean divine timing, but this is the timing card. And so with this, it's telling me there's something unknown about the timing of it. So I can't answer that because the tarot is saying I don't have a way to answer that at this time. Excellent, excellent questions. All right, let me spin it and just grab a question. This is from Zion Trill, MC. Hello, lovely. Welcome back. If they gained an entry-exit from the back door, which was reported to have been found open, why is Nancy's blood on the front porch? Okay, that's way too much parts to the question. So we're going to ask, why is Nancy's blood on the front porch? Oh, we'll take this. So she was in her bed, and they took her out the front door. This is the, crutches and cane, hobbling. And this is in her bed. So she was in her bed, and they took her out the front door. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. Payout, an exchange, an exchange. They may have taken her, exchanged her into a vehicle. They regret about the spilt blood, right? The spilt cups could have had, in a sense, about the spilt blood. And then we have the independent energy. Interesting. Work. So I would guess that I don't know about the whole forced entry back, all that. Maybe they felt that it would take a lot longer to take Nancy through the back. I don't know. But it does show that the reason that the blood is in the front is because she went through the front, is why her blood is in the front. Yes, abundantly, yes. Thank you so very much. Excellent question, Zion. Thank you, thank you. Jan, fun question. Did Nancy pass away after she was taken? Ooh. Did Nancy Guthrie pass away? Yes. The devil passed her away. She was taken out of her bed and she was, yes. Yes, unexpectedly, very quickly, actually. The good news is I do not believe she suffered at all. This is unexpected. They did not expect her to pass. This is also a complete unexpected boom. The devil, an unexpected passing. Look. They had to abandon their plan. I believe this is the abandonment card, which means they abandoned their plan. Nancy's the plan. Yeah, she's the Empress. Death. Yes. That's about as clear as you can get. Yes, and she actually passed away quite quickly, according to the cards, from what I'm seeing. And thank you for asking. All right, let me see if we have any other questions. Remember to put question before your question or it doesn't get asked, because I don't see it. I'm only looking for the word question. And if I've got, why was Kayla arrested? She had previous drug charges and so forth, and had a outstanding warrant and was on the run from the cops. So, hi Jasmine. Question: was there a vehicle we may get footage of? Was there a vehicle we may get footage of? Good question. Was there a vehicle that we may get footage of that was of Nancy? You know what I mean? That had to do with Nancy. Was there a vehicle? Yeah, we have a payout, an exchange, the Knight of Wands, which is impulsive. There's an exchange and impulsive. Is there a vehicle that we may get footage of? It's very favorable, extremely favorable. In fact, the problem might be that it's in motion. This vehicle won't be seen sitting still, I don't believe, just simply because what I'm seeing, and that's my belief, interpretation, is because we have this Knight of Wands, which is a fast-pacing, sporadic, kind of unexpected, impulsive movement. And we have an exchange, which, yeah. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is a formidable yes. Bottom of the deck, we have that fight, a conflict. Interesting. I'm not sure what that fight is all about. It's interesting that it always comes up. Oh, you said no sound, muted. And I'm looking and I'm like, I've got sound, so that must have been a long time ago. All right. Let me see what else we have. Okay, Brandy Martine. Hello, lovely. Are Kayla and Luke friends with Tommaso's bandmate? Are Kayla and Luke allegedly friends with Tommaso's bandmate? We have, bottom of the deck, liar, cheater, thiefers. We have the Sun card, clearest yes in the deck, so we have that. It's almost as if they're more than friends. It's like they're in a pact here. We have the Hierophant and the Hermit. The Hermit's all about following your inner guidance, but it's also the home card. It's Virgo energy. And we have the Hierophant, contract, interesting. We have the liar, cheater, thief, a liar, cheater, thiefer. We have the Sun card, so it's like they're known liars. They're known to be friends in a way, known to be contract, right? The Hierophant is also a commitment, a contract. So interesting that we've got the Virgo energy, Taurus energy, Leo energy, and liar, cheater, thiefer. I would say favorable. I would say that's highly likely. All right, I'm going all the way to the bottom. And let's see. Carolyn Breeding, question: is Nancy's body buried on her own property? They keep returning. Is Nancy Guthrie buried on her own property? Unlikely. Burden. Ten of Wands is usually a unfavorable to the answer, or, unfavorable answer. We've got this rush, this quick information coming. So Wands or communication, quick information coming about a celebration. So not necessarily, but there might be something of Nancy's abduction that they find on her property. Here's why. Unfavorable that they that she's on her property. But you can see this quick, swift movement with victory and celebration. So it tells me, Ace of Cups, that they might find something in their hand, something, evidence, if you will, in the next week or so, perhaps. There's no time in the tarot, though. All right, I'm trying to give everybody a chance, and so I always appreciate my members asking questions, but I want to make sure and give all our subscribers a chance as well. Question: does Kayla know who is in the mask, and is it a known friend or hired person? Okay, let's start with one. Remember, I can only answer one question at a time with the tarot. So does Kayla know who is in the mask? Does Kayla know? My gracious. Pop, pop goes the weasel. Maybe she's talking to law enforcement. Pop goes the weasel. Maybe that is a rat, right? The weasel, the one ratting them out, which I would consider her a hero if she ratted it out to get Nancy back. We have law. So, does Kayla know who was in the mask? We have law. Does Kayla know who was in the mask? There's that swift action towards law. The Magician. She knows who the trickster is. Look at that. She's lawyered up. Look, 10 of Cups. She's going to be talking about this King of Cup guy. And Nancy's energy. And the strength overpowering. The defense. She's on the defense, and there's that evidence. That's a messenger telling about evidence. If she's in the know, which I do suspect she is, she's talking to law. So I would say it's highly favorable. I just saw the Lovers and Judgment, so yeah, I would feel pretty strong about saying yeah to that one. Let's see here. Hi, Lolly Legs. Can't believe I finally got a life. Literally months. So happy to see you. Good to see you, Lolly Legs. Flaw Pisces. Hello. Question: does the person who sent the 4th letter to TMZ really know where Nancy is? You get the goat. Flaw Pisces, you are getting the goat. This is her mascot. I do this when I feel that is an awesome question. I think that's an awesome question. Does the person who sent the 4th letter to TMZ really know where Nancy is? Excellent question. Love it. The Emperor. It isn't telling me yet. Temperance, Ace of Wands, Payout, Queen of Swords, the Lover, the Sun, the Messenger, Judgment, to the Death. Oh my golly. Look, looky what we got. Yes, yes, and yes. Look. TMZ. TMZ could be the Emperor in this answer, right? This is the big source. Or this could be FBI, law. It's somebody with a lot of power. We have a plan. Talking about the plan. Okay, so you're asking about TMZ, so we'll let this be TMZ. We have this plan of action. Remember, this could be law. The person could be talking to law today. Anyway, this is a plan of action that was taken. They know. They're telling them where to go. Go off in the desert. Could be New Mexico. Could be Mexico. It could be Arizona. I don't know. It's a location in the desert, right? Archangel Michael. Something went wrong. Something didn't go right. Something didn't mix right. Ace of Wands. Absolutely. They know where Nancy is. They are wanting some money for it. They're saying, pay me just even a few Bitcoins and I'll tell you. They want the payout. They may have a lawyer by now. This could be the lawyer card, but they're also a truth speaker. Their hand is up saying, I want money and I'll tell you the truth. It's all about my lover, or 2 lovers. The Sun, clearest card in the deck Formidable, yes, but nothing beats the judgment card. Here's the messenger that's sending it to TMZ, saying, yes, I absolutely really do know where Nancy Guthrie is. Look, she passed away after she was abducted. The decision. The world card. She's international travel. You have to go out. Justice, the law, needs to do some international travel in the world. They need to go to Mexico. Look, that's what's being ignored. They don't want to do the travel. And that's where the King of Wands took Nancy. Yeah, Aquarius energy, the star. TMZ is the star. Nancy's the star. The Queen of Wands could actually be Kayla or whoever this person is. Wheel of Fortune, they're wanting a payout for the past information that they know about this liar, cheater, thiefer. They're like, I know who the liar, cheater, thiefer that laid Nancy to rest on this coffin. I was a witness. Can I get a witness? And it's a defensive thing. This person may have a defensive lawyer. Boom. That was wild. You guys blow me away with your questions. I love this part where you guys ask the questions. It's amazing. Reno Dockery, hello. Question. If tomato, y'all come up with these names like Tomas or tomato. Ask if Tomato walked Nancy to her front door and he hit her, then blood drips, so he could put her in bed, then went home and got a friend to do that stupid thing at the Rinkum, so it's staged. Oh my golly. Did Tommaso actually enter the home or hit Nancy on the porch and make her bleed? Did Tommaso allegedly attack Nancy on the porch and she got hit in the head or something to make her bleed? Okay, let's see what you got. We have miscommunication, which is like I've explained, they're trying to make a star, but they're not on the same page. And we have confusion with the answer. So I'm shaking my head because it's a no. Laid to rest. No, that's not. I'm sorry, I'm sounding silly. Unfavorable love. That was a one in a moment, though. I was like, oh, I never thought of that. Reno Dockery is also asking if it was staged. You mean the kidnapping? Was the kidnapping staged? Was Nancy's house staged? Was a crime scene staged at Nancy's? Was King of Wands, there he is. This is the dude we're looking for. That's the perp. Focus, please. Autofocus, please. Okay, autofocus, please. Okay, I give up if it's blurry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's too focused on my hands. What do we get? Strength card, King of Wands. Was this staged? No, Nancy was really in her bed. Because Queen of Pentacles is Nancy's energy, and this is in the bed. In the bed. Woken up in the middle of the night, in the bed, Nancy's energy. So it showed me this person overpowered Nancy in her bed. Like when that sheriff came and said, in the beginning, she was drug out of her bed. I think that was legitimately the truth. Like she was in her bed from everything I'm seeing. Excellent questions, you guys. Thank you, thank you. Sanjak, hello, lovely. Does Nancy's kidnapping have anything to do with Savannah's upcoming interviews of the Epstein victims? That's a hell of a question. Does Nancy's kidnapping have anything to do with the upcoming interviews of the Epstein? Yes. Yes, to hold her back. To hold Savannah. Why is this not focusing? There. Hold her back. Hierophant contract. Absolutely. There was a payout for that. I knew there was something. So we've got this 10 of Pentacles. This is raining down money. We've got holding back. Paying to hold someone back. Keeping her from doing this. Holding back. This is greed. This is a contract. The Hierophant. This is a yes. This is all money. 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 And there's a payout. Yes. I think you may have a lot of the real reason. That is wild. That is crazy wild. Thank you for asking that, Sanjak. Thank you. Thank you. The Great One. Hello. Hello. Question. Was Luke Daly and Kayla Day both involved in taking Nancy? Were they both involved in abducting Nancy? Allegedly was Kayla Day and Luke Daly. Energy's popping. We do need to take it. High Priestess. There is a secret about it. High Priestess, the one that knoweth that does not saith. So she has knowledge. Kayla has knowledge. Page of Swords. She's the witness. She knows about it. She knows of it. She knows way too much. The Star, TMZ. That's what I'm picking up now. Every time I see the Star is TMZ. This is the messenger about the travel across the world. I believe Kayla is the messenger that is contacting TMZ that has law issues. I do. I believe she's the messenger contacting TMZ, the Star Show. They talk all about stars, you know, the famous people. We have the witness. We have the one that doesn't say anything, right? But we have the messenger and we have closing down the cycle. This is somebody she's committed to. So Luke is her boyfriend, right? Look, true love, right? And we have cutting out, putting something down about, so she's given up some information about somebody in their bed. Well, Nancy was the one in her bed. So I believe she is the one that has the knowledge of it. I do not believe, according to the cards, that she took Nancy out of her bed or was at the home. Hi, Danny Boy. Question. I love that name. Danny Boy, was a suspect or suspects detained and questioned already? Ooh, I love it. Love it. Was the suspect all that were, okay, let's not say suspects. Let's reword it just a little stronger because I love your question. Was the kidnapper of Nancy Guthrie already questioned by police? Have they already questioned and released the kidnapper? We have defensive. We have protecting how far I've come. 9 of Wands. Has the kidnapper already actually been questioned? Bottom of the deck. So I'm actually getting an unfavorable answer. Saying not likely, which would be confusing to me because they absolutely did question Luke. But unless I'm missing something. What it's saying is it's defensive. I'm getting this energy of abandonment, regret, an exchange, betrayal. Yeah, and it just keeps going. It doesn't really give me a yes or a no answer, but it doesn't give me a yes either. It almost says, you know, actually it's not giving me an answer, to be honest. I showed you what it said, but that was a great question. I wish I had a better way to answer it. Okay, Tana Boy, even sorry. Okay, Jamie Graham, hello. Is Harvey paid to change narratives? Who is Hervey? And what do you mean by change narratives? I'm sorry, Jamie, I'm not clear. Can you reword it? Is Harvey paid to change news narrative? Okay, I'm just going to pull the answer. I have no idea what you're asking. 10 of Pentacles is money. And it's favorable. It's absolutely favorable. There's something buried he's not telling about the Empress, abundance, and an illusion, and a fight. Whoops, there went a card. That was the Judgment card. Yes, it's favorable. He's not giving you the details that he knows. He changed a narrative in some way. So, I don't know why, but there you go. VA Mama says you're doing great. Jamie, newbies are best. Thank you, sweetheart, for being supportive of our members and our new subscribers. Melanie Campbell, question, was Luke released from custody because Kayla was his alibi? But they are both in on it. Okay, that's too much, my love. I can ask if Luke was... I don't even know how to ask that. Was Luke released from custody because, see, that's where you get into problem. You know what, Melanie, you're going to have to ask it real direct. I'm trying to even figure out how to ask it direct. And I've already answered if Kayla was in on it, but I haven't answered if, okay, let's take it this way, Melanie, love. Let's see, was Kayla Luke's alibi? We have the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles. Divine timing, the money tree. The Empress, 10 of Pentacles, and traveling to calmer ground. It keeps giving me the same message over and over, regardless of the questions at this point. So I'm not sure why, but it's almost as if this message needs to be understood very clear. We have someone, a feminine energy, doesn't have to be a female, but they're very feminine, that is, in divine timing, going to give it all up. All of it, everything, tell everything. This is divine timing. This means it could take a while. But there's a female. Now, you're asking about Kayla, so could it be Kayla? Could be. But this is what's coming up and preventing me from answering further questions because these cards keep showing up. You've seen them again and again and again. So we're getting this travel evidence of Nancy. This person knows it all. They know everything. 10 of Pentacles. In divine timing, they will tell of a travel of evidence of Nancy, Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. And we will celebrate. So, I don't know if she was an alibi. I would say it's favorable that Kayla may have originally offered an alibi. But I like I said, it was almost as if the cards are like, I'm just going to keep giving you the same message. All right, you guys, last question of this reading, but I want to say thank you to everybody. Stone Racing questions, Nancy within 10 miles of her home. Is Nancy physically within 10 miles of her home? We have laid to rest, the person on the coffin, 4 of Swords. We have Wheel of Fortune, which is travel. It's also a repeat of the past. It's past energy. So passed over in the past. Is she within 10 miles of her home? We have Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So this would mean she's nowhere near Mexico. Or if she is, it would be on the very edge of the border. Because she lives so close to the border, 10 miles, you know, could be next to Mexico. But look here, we've got Ace of Swords, which is absolute clarity. We have Ace of Wands, which is absolutely a yes. 2 yeses in a row. We have a messenger. I'm telling you, somebody's going to tell all about it. We have this messenger that's going to be talking about the location of Nancy. We have laid to rest. We have this karmic situation, the past catching up with the situation. So this is favorable that she's within, I will say, 10 to 20 miles from her home. Now, I can't be on the spot, Johnny on the spot with 10 miles, but I would say very close to home. Yes, we have, look at the 1, 1, 1. And I'm saying this page is a 1 because of the wand, right? Not because of any other reason. Just because this is a 1, ace. This is a 1, ace. And this little page is considered an 11. So interesting, we would have, you know, because he comes after 10 and he's holding a 1. So you would have 1, 1. 1, 1. Wow. I would say she's very close to her home. Very close. I want to thank you guys. I know everybody has a lot more questions, and I love answering your questions because you ask the very best questions, even better than me. I do my very best on tarot reading. I don't always have the answers. If any tarot reader thinks they got all the answers, they're wrong. There's no way. Sometimes the universe doesn't want to provide an answer. Sometimes there's a message that, like you saw just now, where it kept coming out, same card, same card, same card, same card. And it's like it wants us to really understand something that we're overlooking. As soon as I took the time and I was reading it clearly, we started getting the answer flow again. I want to say thank you so much for the likes, subscribes, and all that you do. You've really, really helped my channel out by being so loving and kind and generous with your support. You amaze me, truly, because you are amazing. Say a prayer for Nancy Guthrie that she is found, and that justice comes in. I do believe we are on a recovery at this point, but I pray I'm wrong. Yes, thank you, everybody, Zozo. Thank you to everybody. And we'll be back again very soon. Now, tomorrow, you guys, over on Crime Story Mama, my other channel, we are going to do our weekly deck party. Party time, party time, party time. Ah! And that is because every single week on Wednesday, hump day, we do a bunch of giveaways. And I also have a shop, 1111 True Crime Shop, or 1111dex.com. And in that, I have a lot of beautiful items, and people buy them, and I ship them out. And if you buy over $50, it ships for free. For free. And tomorrow I'll be giving away lots of fantastic things out of the shop. So I hope you will tune in over on our other channel. Otherwise, I will see you again very, very soon. I hope you stay well, and I will see you again very soon. I think I just said that. Time for Mama to get off here and go get a snack. I love you always and forever. Bye for now, my beautifuls.
The dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemy